Elden Ring 2, let's see if it can happen. Speculation on what From Software's next game is gonna be. As seen on Kenneth Chan's From Software employee, lead Dark Souls 3 designer LinkedIn page. From Software started work on a brand new game in 2022 January with him as its producer. It was dubbed as Unnamed Project. This is most likely to be the next game From Software is to release. It will definitely not be Elden Ring 2, as Miyazaki has already stated that there are no plans for Elden Ring 2 as of this moment, stated in an interview 3 months ago, and is highly unlikely to be Armored Core 7 because this project started development months before Armored Core 6 even released. Yamamura also stated that there are no plans for an Armored Core 6 DLC, stated in an interview a few weeks before Armored Core 6 release. I think this is going to be a Miyazaki directed game that Miyazaki started working on just after finishing directing Elden Ring. Going by past recent interviews, Miyazaki states that he wants his next game to be more abstract and warm, sort of like Echo. In addition, he reiterates that he does not want From Software to be a Souls game company and wants to show a new flavor to From Software. Also, on multiple occasions, he implies that he doesn't like to do sequels. In fact, Miyazaki has ever only once with Dark Souls 3 made a sequel, excluding Armored Core games, and has said that there are no plans for Dark Souls 4 or Bloodborne 2 at the moment. So this 2022 January game is likely to be directed by Miyazaki, is likely to be a completely new IP or possibly a revival of an old From IP like Armored Core. Not Dark Souls 4, Bloodborne 2, Elden Ring 2 or Armored Core 7. I think it will be vaguely Souls-like, similar to how Sekiro is vaguely Souls-like, but in no way a spiritual successor to Dark Souls like Elden Ring may have been. It may also take elements of being warm and abstract. Given From Software's typical 3 to 4 year production cycle, Elden Ring is an anomaly due to COVID massively delaying its production by at least a year. Going by leaks and also being From's easily most ambitious project yet, I think this new game will release between January 2025 to January 2026. My honest prediction is a story trailer 6 months after the release of Elden Ring DLC, enough away from DLC to not take away the hype, but close enough for people to look forward to anything From related. They probably don't want fans to go by months having no clue what DLC or game From is working on next. Unfortunately, it is very hard to predict what game From Software will make next, but I do think it will surprise people in being quite different to recent works by From. I do think it will either be a new IP or a revival of a very old IP however. I think this world may be less desolate than previous From Software works. Also, more Armored Core content will come, AC7 or AC6 continuation, due to From Software hiring mech designers months after the release of Armored Core 6 and even having a questionnaire on how they can improve the mechanics of Armored Core 6. I just think it will not be the immediate next game they make. Some themes that haven't been explored yet in last 10 years are steampunk and pirates.